Good afternoon, Fantasy Bay. Mike Williams here with Week 6 game preview, and we're going to be going over the Bucs versus the Panthers. Let's get it started. All right, so this game is going to be at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. So if you have one of these players, I would take them out of your flex position and put them in a primary position. Even if they are not primary players, I would still move them. For example, Curtis Samuel is probably normally going to be in a flex play, but considering he plays early, you want to put him in your wide receiver spot because later on you may want to use the flex spot. Just a word of advice. So the over-under on this game is 47.5 points. The spread is -2.5 for Carolina. We're going to go over the Bucs first. All right, and I have a new system for what I'm reading off of, so this is a test run. All right, so the Bucs QB, we're going to have Jameis Winston. He played pretty well last week, 21 points, 204 yards, 2 touchdowns. 3 rushes for 13. That's meh. I like him the last 3 weeks. He's been playing really well. 31 points, 37 points, 21 points. But the last time he played the Panthers, he had 14 points. The Panthers are a good defense, especially against the quarterback. It's going to be a tough game. They allow 15.2 points to the quarterback. I'm not looking for Jameis to go over that too much, to be honest with you. I think he's going to have a meh game. Maybe 2 touchdowns. All right, let's go down to the receivers. Man, Mike Evans, he goosed you last week. No points. 3 targets, 0 catches. Jameis came out and said he has to feed Mike Evans the ball. If they're going to win, they need him involved. I know he was shadowed by Lattimore, but man, no catches, awful. Now, I believe that he'll be force-fed in this game. Now, I don't think that he has a crazy game, but I do think he has a good game. In the last 3 games, he's averaging 18 fantasy points. Now, that's ticked up from the 45-pointer that he had, but it also includes the 0. So, all right, let's go down to Chris Godwin, who has been a beast this year. Oh, my goodness. He has averaged 26.3 fantasy points in the last 4 games. He just got 31 points, 7 receptions out of 9 targets, 125 yards, 2 touchdowns. Man, Chris Godwin is a breakout star this year, and I'm very, very happy about it. All right, next we're going to go down to the running backs. So Peyton Barber had 10 fantasy points, 1 reception, 8 carries for 32 yards and a touchdown. It's pretty decent. The Panthers are okay against the running back. They have they allowed 18.7 fantasy points a game. That's meh. Ronald Jones had 1 more carry, so now it looks like they're back to 50-50 split as of right now. They both had about 35 yards. Meh. All right. And O.J. Howard had another pitiful fantasy day. Oh, my God. It is awful. In the last 4 games, he is averaging 4.3 fantasy points. That is terrible. He had 1 reception for 10 yards. Oh, pathetic. And the Panthers are good against the tight end. That's not a good sign. I'm not playing O.J. Howard. I actually dropped him from a few of my leagues. It hurt to do it, but I had to. So that's it for the Bucs. Let's go to the Panthers. You know, Kyle Allen's been okay. He had a great game in week 3, 33 points, but in the last 2, he's had 6 points and 13 points. It's pretty meh. He had a meh game last week, 181 yards, 1 touchdown. I'm not really playing him personally against the Bucs, even though the Bucs are terrible against the quarterback. So if you believe him to be a decent passer, he would be an okay flyer, but I'm not playing with that fire. personally. DJ Moore, 8 targets, which is the most targets he's had in the last 3 weeks, which is great. He had 15 fantasy points, 91 yards, 6 catches. Not too bad. I think that he plays well against the Bucs. I also think that Curtis Samuel has a shot at playing okay. I'm not thinking he has a great game, but maybe a flex play. Christian McCaffrey. Oh, my God. This guy is unbelievable. He is unbelievable. 47 fantasy points, 3 receptions, 63 receiving yards, a touchdown. Oh, wait. Also 19 rushing attempts for 176 yards. This man is a beast. Oh, my God. Now, the Bucs' run defense has been really good. So, hopefully, they can contain him, but I do not have confidence that he gets anywhere less than 100 all-purpose yards and a touchdown, at least, personally. Even though I like our run defense, I think our run defense is very, very good. Christian McCaffrey is too much of an integral part to the Panthers' offense for him not to get it going at least a little bit, whether it's the passing game or the running game. I believe it'll be in the receiving game. Greg Olsen had a nice goose egg for you. I think that he is still okay to play, even though in the last 2 weeks he has not played very well. I think that moving forward, he should be pretty decent, especially because Cam's going to be coming back pretty soon. I think once Cam gets back and everything gets back to normal, he'll get some more love, but as of right now, man, last 2 games have been terrible. Now, it's not like this quarterback hasn't thrown to him before. In week 2 and week 3, he had 25 points and 17 points. So I think it's a matter of, yeah, he's had a bad couple games, but it's not like he can't have a good game with him. So I'm still playing him if I have him. I'm not picking up somebody else to play him unless it's Everett. And I think that the Panthers' defense is actually going to be a good play this week. Jameis Winston had 6 sacks last week. They've had 18 sacks on the year. You get your points in fantasy on your defenses from interceptions, touchdowns, and sacks. And you need to get one of those or leave them to 0 points. So I think that the Bucs are going to score a couple points, but I don't think that they're going to be able to stop the pass rush. So I think that they'll get some sacks and probably 2 picks. So I think the Panthers will be a good defense this week. And that's going to wrap it up. Mike Williams Fantasy Bay. If you have any questions, hit me up. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And the rest of my videos are going to be up on my page. So just check out my Fantasy Bay page and see all the videos for the weekly previews. See you later, Fantasy Bay.